Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Well, let's go ahead on out here and look at what's going on outside. I hear so many. Let me see if I can put this on. No, it won't work. Heard so many birds out here. And if you can see, they are still living in that nest. Hope you can't see. All right, they're still living in that nest. And what is that? I think it must be a dog or a fox. Let's open up and see. So good morning. I guess that's a dog. But it is raining. It's going to be raining all day. The birds are just having so much fun in that. I don't want that gnat to come in here. But the birds are having so much fun in that nest. When I first started recording, I don't know if you guys could see it, but one of the birds was actually in that back part. And if you can look, you can see. You might not can see, actually. Let me see if I can fix things. You probably can't. All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay. This is very old. We don't get the French doors because I face the back. But they picked all of the stuffing out to make a nest somewhere else. Isn't that something? So I'm like, I wonder if I need to put a new one up there and get a new plant for them. And I never see them in that little house, but there was poo-poo over there, so that means that they were there. So it's supposed to rain all day today, and I'm loving this weather. But unfortunately, there's a lot of food out there, so I'm probably going to see a lot of them birds. But unfortunately, it's not cool weather, you know. All right, so let us swing on around and get here into the kitchen. And okay, and what I'm going to show you is this here. Y'all, let's see, should I turn this on? All right, I had all of the birches, what do you call it? Sweet potato pancake mix. All you do is add water. But who's going to do that, right? And so, look at this. Gary's been nibbling. I made sweet potato cakes. This is an old time recipe. And see the texture? Oh my gosh. I love the texture. And that you see that char on there, that's honey. That's honey and cinnamon. And y'all, he took a bite out of it. And there's butter on it. Why is my camera not focused? Hold on. Gosh. Hold on a second. Okay, to me that looks better. Stupid fingerprint. But y'all, let me just tell you, this is all so good. Oh my gosh, and I miss it. It's got butter, it's got cinnamon, it's got honey, and I am just like, I had to taste a little tiny bit of it because I needed to know how much to put in. You know, I just tasted like a little piece like that. I'm gonna do it again. How can I describe it? If you've never had birches, the best thing I can say is think of a biscuit made out of sweet potatoes. But it doesn't, it tastes more like a biscuit than it does sweet potato, but you can taste the sweet potato. You can taste the cinnamon. You can taste the butter. He took a big old bite out of this one. And I just had to show this because I will watch this video again one day. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all. It's supposed to be pancake mix, but you can make it to be a biscuit if you know how to, do it. And you can make it a biscuit. So I'm going to put that back. But I just wanted to show that to you guys because it looks so good. All right, let's head on back to the room. All right, y'all. So we are back at my desk. And let's see. This is what I've been working on. But what I'm gonna do is put the phone in this thing up here. Let's show you. That's where all the gear is. And of course the thing went out. Hold on. All right. So what I am going to be doing is I am going to be learning how to use my phone better. So trying to use the AF. The AF is supposed to be something that locks your camera onto an object. So that way it stays that way. I don't know. But we're back into this book again. This is my Planners Anonymous melody. It is what they call my Commonplace. And I don't use it like I should for it to be a commonplace. But you guys have seen these Planner Perfect things. What is that? Okay. These are some things. Let's see. These are traits and things. Let's see here. All right, I'll leave that for later. It's going to be too much to go through right now, and I want to make this video short. All right, so it says that if I have the lock on, then that means that it doesn't lose focus. AF keeps it focused. So I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning, using the tools that God gave me to educate me. Okay, so here is prayer without ceasing. All right, and I haven't written in this for so long. I did write today, and it says make journaling a priority. Therapy is priceless. So I wrote that today was a very productive day. I took a new path walking. Those of you who know, who've been with me, I went up Zombie Hill. And that's it. And today I'm going to do the tread climber, which is great. But if it stays raining like this, I would have loved to gone outside. But I look forward to working out today with the looking out the window with the cloudy skies and the rain. Let's see, can you still see? All right, today I put also grateful for the time to journal, and to have what is that? Oh, to exhale and indulge in writing. I've been journaling, but I've been doing what you call verbal journaling, where you speak the words instead of writing them, and then it's saved, and you can go back and you can look at it, and you can edit it and do all of those things. So I have been doing that. But you know what, guys? I love doing that. Don't get me wrong. I really do love doing that. But I like to write. I like to write. And I like to have that visual, and that's just the way that I am. So let's see, I went walking. It was a great walk. The area I went to that Zombie Hill leads to is an area that looks like Charlie Brown. Have you ever watched Charlie Brown cartoon and see him outside in the neighborhood with the houses and their little fences, and it's just so, I don't know, I was gonna say it's so cute, but it's just, I love the Charlie Brown vibe, and that was what it had. And that Charlie Brown vibe, the houses, they look just like it came out of a cartoon. I'm serious. And I love that little neighborhood. So that gave me that feeling, that nostalgia feeling. Come on, y'all, you know that's priceless. So that was relaxing, and it's right across from the Regency Club. And the Regency Club is a gated community, and I love the way that it looks. I absolutely love, and I was walking by and I could see a man playing a video game on his big widescreen TV, and it just brought back so many memories. And I wrote down that I miss playing video games. I miss State of Decay. Oh, State of Decay Breakdown. You know, because I had a modded game. I knew someone who knew how to do things, and they just made me this almost perfect modded game. My name, I was one of the characters. It was just so awesome. They even combined characters from State of Decay, another version of State of Decay, so I had all the characters. It was just awesome. And I had it and from a birthday present, someone bought me kind of like this little gaming PC, but I had no monitor for it. And so I put it in this little luggage and on wheels, and I just would have an HDMI cord and this other like computer cord, and I would just hook it up to any TV in the house. I would lay in bed playing State of Decay. I could go in Gary's room, lay on his bed, play State of Decay. I could play State of Decay in the living room, and all of my mods are with me, you know, because it was in the PC. But as time grew, you know, as time went on, and I wasn't going to go and buy a brand new PC because our old PC was no good. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to have to give up my birthday present. And if I want to play State of Decay, I have to play it at the desk out in the living room. And that's what I did. So that was all the journaling that I did. This book has been decorated, all that I'm going to do with it. And this is one of those books that once I'm done with it, it's going to go in the trash, but the cover isn't. The cover, I can either cut it off and make it a tip-in, or, yeah, that's what I'll do, is make it a tip-in, because I don't want the back. So I went in my daily faith and spirit with this book. This right here is just going to be, was the wrong title, because I got it and I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So, let's see, what did I, okay, this is February. Okay, so let's go past February. March, let's see, April. Okay, that was April. And, okay, so let's go to May. All right, so this I did in the last video with you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but I liked how that turned out. And at the bottom, you can see there's the little birds. And so I liked how that turned out. I put those stickers on there. Those stickers came from Cute Cut Craft. And I forgot that I had them, so I just put them on there. And then the last time I was with you guys, I was putting these stickers, Life in the Meow like life in the now. And then up here, down here was my cat is my alarm clock. Ah, those priceless memories. And then what was I talking about? What was I writing about? Starting this journey of wellness. All right, different things that I learned in the month of May, cleaning things up, cleaning up my surroundings, reading and learning and things. So now we are currently in June, and I have no plans at all for June. I'm trying to remember, what is today? Okay, I think today's Tuesday the 10th. Okay, so there's really nothing that I need to write in here. Because my planner, my main planner is out in the dining room. So I filled this in. This is all about taking care of myself, doing things for me, showing up for myself, because I show up for everyone else. Everyone else's dog, everyone else's cat, strays, and I'm not complaining either, by the way. I show up for my husband, I show up for my house, and I spend so much time making sure everybody else's needs are taken care of. And by the end of the day, I don't get to journal as much as I would like to. Not because I ran out of time, but I just got tired. I just would get tired. And that's it. I mean, the time, I'm on schedule, I'm on point, following my schedule, everything is fine. But I have to learn to have wiggle room. My schedule is really tight. So there's no room for me for interruption. There's no room for an inconvenience or a setback, because then it throws everything else off. So what I'm learning to do is having wiggle room time. Instead of everything being back to back, boom, 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 boom. And then something unexpected happens, and it just throws off the rest of the day. And then I have to fight to get back into the zone, fight to get back into the order of things, because I don't have wiggle room time, And twice this week I had 2 major interruptions, and I should not have succumbed to that. I guess that's the right word to use. I should have stayed with the plan. I should have stayed on the path, stuck to the plan. But because I didn't, trying to help somebody else out when it was really none of my business, and I just felt like I got the short end. I knew I got the short end of the stick. It was a lesson for me. They're grateful, but I was the one that came out shorthanded, and in a very, sensitive way, like, okay, we got to use wisdom. We can't just do this, that, and the other. And it is what it is, But when you have a soft heart, or you care for people or animals who are in need, or who you feel is in need, you'll just drop what you're doing to go tend to them. And that's just not always a good idea. It's not, because it can backfire on you. Nope, it wasn't, when I say backfire, I mean, it can interrupt your whole day, So, things can happen to you that would not have happened if you had just stayed in the house and mind your business, that kind of thing, So, all right, so I'm taking care of myself from the inside out as an individual and not as a title. This was a big topic for me, with therapy, journaling therapy, verbal journaling therapy, whatever you want to call it. Just to do something, not a housewife, not a wife, not a caregiver, but just Pamela without the title. Just woman of God, child of God. That's it. That's my only title. So taking the time out to make sure that the things that I need to do for myself are done in a timely manner without being stressed out. I was a little irritated because I worked out so hard last Friday, and I wanted to film, and I wanted to do all the things, and I had the time set aside for everything to be done, and it was done accordingly. It was done in order, perfecto. But I was so exhausted after I got everything done. The house was cared for. Gary was cared for. All the meals were cared for. My meals, his meals. Everything was cleaned. Everything was done. I filmed. I did some therapy, verbal therapy, journaling, whatever you want to call it. And I had my prayer time with the Lord. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. But when it got down to time for me to take my shower, I was so exhausted. I literally did not have the strength to stand up and take a shower. So I had to wash off, and I mean really wash off, alcohol bath, all that stuff, so I could lay down in my bed to go to sleep. And then when I would get up in the next day, which was Saturday, it's going to be deep dive shower time, you know. And then after I showered, I did my weekly, end of the week pedicure. So that takes time, you know. It's my longest shower, shampoo, get the conditioning going, and all the things, shave, all the things that us females do. And then there was my pedicure, and all that stuff took time. You had to pull the pedicure stuff up, set everything up, do your toes, then clean up the area, clean this up, clean that up. And then it was like, oh my Lord, I cannot do it tonight. I need to go to sleep. So I had to listen to my body, you know. But it was the mental part of it that was like, you know what? I need to focus a little bit more on me. Let me just check and see if we're still recording. I can't tell. I really can't, but I'm going to assume we are. Okay, so yeah, so that was what this was. You know, this is hibernation season. Well, I'm longing for winter, engaging in new pathways. These new pathways are new walkways, new areas that I'm walking, and getting a lot of peace from it, you know. And I haven't filled this out. I'm going to wait because this is like the last week of June. This represents the first like 2 weeks of June, and then this is the last 2 weeks. You know, what was going on in my mind the first part of June. All right, what's going on with the last part of June? And so that's how I have this, and it's the same thing for July. What is this? This is continue on the path of accommodate whole food carbs. Oh, this is old stuff. This was the prayer about the situation, but I don't understand why it would be in July. This shouldn't have been in July. Prayer. Good thing I wrote this in pencil, y'all, because you know what? I can erase this because I think that I didn't realize what page I was on. So I'm not going to sit here and let you see me erase this, but this is going to have to be erased because that was in the wrong place. Why would I do that? I don't know. So that is it, really. So since my battery is dying, as it always is, let me go ahead and end the video here. I wanted to go a little bit further and maybe even put some stickers down, but we're going to go ahead and say goodbye for now. I love you all. God bless you, and I will see you, God willing, in the next video.